post Dale Earnhardt dying in the Daytona 500 have went to work. Something serious. And knock on wood, we haven't lost anybody else since. Right? We've had some guys scramble their eggs, and we've had some other guys get injured with some different stuff with low back injuries and things like that, which is going to happen when you're going 200 miles an hour and hit something that's stationary. So this seat, right, was developed in the 70s.
Yep.
And not much. I mean, then it almost digressed to where these aluminum seats, because they were hard to mold, they're hard to make that contour and that shape. Guys went square seats, right? And then they started getting whatever you want, cheaper or whatever you wanted to call it. And then NASCAR introduces this is fast forwarding to like, when was all belts to seat
2011
introduced? So
no, 2017.
Yes.
All belts to seat.
Right.
Yes.
So I think, just thinking about my last year and a half, it's like I'm looking at the game board. Driving opportunities were drying up, and there wasn't a lot of ones that interested me as much as the one right now did. But like, assuming that was done, that window had closed, it's like, all right, you're getting a bit older, right? You had a bout with cancer that you kicked its ass over with that. Do you want to share anything about it? People ask all the time, how you doing? How's Pop?
I'm not sure I kicked its ass, but my 90% of my numbers are really good.
Okay.
The PSA number started way too high at 14. It's down to a 0.
Okay.
That's after 37 radiations, which is not like taking Red Bull. It doesn't give you energy.
Doesn't give you wings.
No. Still on chemo. It's a hybrid chemo hormone pill, a hormone blocker. They told me when they found out we had cancer, what kind it was, and they said, yeah, your body produces too much testosterone. I said, hell, I could have told you that 20 damn years ago. So they got that way down in check.
What is that like? Like, you're just like everybody from the generation of like rub some dirt on it and keep it moving, right? Whether like we haven't even really we've talked about it a little bit, but not really in depth. When you get that type of like prognosis, and this is in front of you, like, is it scary? Are you like sad? Are you defeated? Are you like, what is that?
When Mom was diagnosed with her colon rectal cancer, that she kicked its ass, I couldn't even tell you guys. She said, how are we going to tell the boys? So we'll just bring them in and tell them.
Yeah.
Well, they brought them in, and I couldn't tell them. I broke down. And she said, listen, I'm going to be here for your graduation. I'm going to be here for your wedding. I'm going to be here for your grandkids, and thankfully she still is. And I remember I was in the yard pressure washing. You were having a party that afternoon with all the prime folks were coming over. So I'm getting the yard ready, and she got out of the car, and she was walking over, and her face, I was like, uh-oh, something's wrong. And she come over, she goes, I got the results back, you got cancer. So we gave each other a hug, we said a prayer. During the prayer, her mother was there, my mother was there, and all they said was, we got you. That's all I heard during the prayer. We got you. We got this. So I never even worried about it, because it put me at ease. After we said that prayer, I was like, okay, we got this. But if you let it get you, it'll beat the hell out of you, And I was like, okay, especially with the grandkids. I mean, these suckers like me. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they
and
do.
I said, I don't want to go nowhere, until these grandkids don't want me around, which is going to happen. Probably when they get to teenagers, okay, next. So, which is okay. Yeah. But I'm going to enjoy now till teenage, because, boy, they are so damn cute and so fun, whether they're my grandkids or your kids come over. I mean, it's just wonderful to play.
The good news for you is that Corey just keeps having kids.
I
So
think-
just- by the time one's a teenager, we'll probably have 3 more on the way.
Jesus, I hope.
He's going to need more grandparents.
Yeah. No, I need.
You're going to need more bedrooms at your house. But you're gonna,
I think there's something to be said, and that's ultimately what we try to do as a show, and why we keep doing it. Is like, you have the choice every day to look at what you don't have, or choose negative energy, or you can choose to bring positive energy, whether it's to yourself, right? You talk to yourself more than you talk to anybody else. And choosing that positive self-talk versus that negative self-talk, like woe is me, and like that would be an easy and also probably a justified point in a case to take. But I think you got to just wake up and choose to like, this isn't who I am. This is what.
No, yeah. You have to. I'm not much of a mirror guy. I don't look in the mirror much. You know, I mean, it's what's out in the windshield in front of us is what we have to do. Everything behind us, been there, done that, got the T-shirt, whether it's right or wrong. You can't change it. So when you wake up in the morning, you know, I mean, we start our day, me and Mom start our day with prayers, and it is something that has helped, you know, our lives, because I was never a perfect person, but I'm going to work my ass off, you know, to be a perfect person, whether it's a dad, a granddad, or a husband, you know, because you learn certain things going along that you learned when you were 15, 16 years old, you know, how to deal with stuff. And that might not have been the right way. You know, it's just, you know, life is changing every day, and I'd rather kind of think positive looking out that windshield. And that's what I'm going to do here for a little bit.
I think you're doing pretty good at it right about now. So back to the seats, because when I started, this has been a significant financial investment. When I looked at it, it's like you have a ton of equity in motorsports in general, from Cup Series all the way down to you build hundreds of kid seats, right? Somebody getting their first ever seat, man, we build hundreds of them. And looking at it, it's like you're not like, I don't want you to have to be in here 5 days a week. Right? I want to keep this thing and keep it moving. But I also think that there's technology available out there, even within the last 6 months, with 3D printing and mold making and things like that, to make a carbon fiber manufacturing more achievable, right?